As the clock strikes midnight and the world outside grows silent, an unsettling chill creeps into the air. Welcome, my fellow thrill seekers, to a realm where the ordinary turns sinister and the familiar becomes the stuff of nightmares. Tonight, we embark on a journey into the heart of darkness, where the safety of home offers no solace from the terrors that lurk within. So, dim the lights, lock the doors, and brace yourselves for a spine-tingling descent into the unknown. For in this realm, 3 allegedly true Home Alone horror stories await, each more chilling than the last. With each tale, we'll peel back the veil of normalcy to reveal the harrowing truths that lie beneath. So, if you dare to brave the darkness, join me now as we unravel the mysteries of the night and confront the shadows that haunt us all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a journey into the unnerving depths of the human experience. Today, we're delving into the terrifying world of allegedly true Home Alone horror stories that will send shivers down your spine. We're peeling back the curtains of safety, exploring the unsettling moments when individuals found themselves alone, vulnerable, and at the mercy of forces beyond their comprehension. From eerie encounters to inexplicable phenomena, these tales will challenge everything you thought you knew about the sanctity of home. So, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a roller coaster ride through the chilling corridors of the unknown. This is not for the faint of heart, but for those who dare to confront the darkness head-on. Prepare to be captivated, unsettled, and utterly transfixed by the stories that lie ahead. In the eerie stillness of the night, the suburban landscape takes on a sinister aura, illuminated only by the faint glow of streetlights. Our story unfolds in a modest yet foreboding house at the end of the street. Inside, Michael, a solitary figure, finds himself alone for the weekend as his parents embark on a trip. The scene is set in the dimly lit living room, where shadows dance menacingly across the walls, casting an ominous pall over the familiar surroundings. As Michael settles into the solitude of his empty home, a sense of unease begins to creep into his consciousness. The air hangs heavy with an oppressive silence, broken only by the occasional creak of floorboards underfoot. Despite his attempts to shake off the feeling of dread, an unsettling presence seems to linger just beyond the edge of his perception. With each passing moment, the tension mounts, and Michael's senses are heightened to the slightest sound or movement. Every flicker of shadow, every whisper of the wind sends a chill down his spine, leaving him paralyzed with fear. As the night wears on, the boundaries between reality and imagination blur, and Michael finds himself teetering on the brink of madness. But little does he know, the true horror has yet to reveal itself. In the depths of the night, unseen forces stir, waiting to unleash their malevolent intent upon the unsuspecting inhabitant of this seemingly ordinary home. And as the darkness descends, Michael finds himself plunged into a nightmare from which there may be no escape. As the night wears on, Michael's sense of unease deepens, fueled by a series of strange occurrences that defy rational explanation. It begins with subtle anomalies, a sudden draft that chills the air despite all windows being tightly shut, mysterious whispers that seem to echo from the walls when no one else is around. Each incident, seemingly insignificant on its own, serves to intensify the growing atmosphere of dread that pervades the house. As Michael moves through the dimly lit rooms, he can't shake the sensation of being watched, of unseen eyes following his every move. Shadows seem to linger in the corners, shifting and elongating in the flickering candlelight, as if they possess a life of their own. A feeling of dread settles in the pit of his stomach, gnawing away at his sanity with each passing moment. Then, the events take a more sinister turn. Objects inexplicably move from their resting places. A chair overturned in the kitchen, a picture frame askew on the wall, despite Michael being the only occupant of the house. Strange noises echo through the halls, a soft scratching at the door, a faint tapping against the windows, as if something is trying to gain entry from the darkness outside. With each unsettling event, Michael's grip on reality begins to slip, his mind tormented by visions of horrors lurking just beyond the edge of perception. Is it merely his imagination playing tricks on him? Or is there truly something malevolent lurking within the walls of his home? As the night wears on and the strange occurrences escalate, Michael realizes that he may be facing a danger far more terrifying than anything he could have ever imagined. As the night stretches on, Michael's heart races with each unexplained occurrence, leaving him teetering on the edge of his sanity. With trembling hands, he reaches for the phone, desperate to call for help, only to find the line dead, leaving him utterly isolated in his terror. As he stands alone in the darkness, a sense of impending doom hangs heavy in the air, the sinister presence lurking just beyond his sight. With a final glance over his shoulder, Michael retreats to his room, the shadows seeming to follow him like malevolent specters. As he huddles under the covers, his mind races with fear, his imagination conjuring up all manner of horrors that could be waiting just outside his door. And as the night stretches on, the darkness grows deeper, the unknown terrors of the night closing in around him. But little does Michael know, this is only the beginning of his descent into madness. For in the darkness of his home, something ancient and malevolent stirs, its hunger insatiable, its thirst for fear unquenchable. And as the night wears on, Michael will come face to face with the true horror that lies hidden within the walls of his seemingly ordinary home. So, dear viewers, brace yourselves, for the darkness holds secrets far more terrifying than you could ever imagine. And Michael's ordeal is only just beginning. As the clock ticks ominously and the darkness outside presses in, let us pause for a moment to contemplate the thin veil that separates the world of the living from the realm of the unknown. For in the silence of the night, whispers of ancient evils and forgotten terrors echo through the corridors of our imagination. Remember, dear viewers, that even in the safety of our own homes, we are never truly alone. So, as we continue our journey into the heart of darkness, let us steel ourselves against the encroaching shadows and prepare for the horrors that lie ahead. As the moon casts its eerie glow over the quiet suburban neighborhood, our attention is drawn to a modest yet ominous house nestled at the end of the street. Inside, James, a college student, finds himself home alone for the weekend while his family attends a relative's wedding out of town. The setting is a quaint yet unsettling house, where the shadows seem to dance with a life of their own, and every creak of the floorboards sends a shiver down James's spine. At first, James dismisses the feeling of unease, attributing it to the solitude of the empty house. But as the night deepens, strange occurrences begin to unfold. Unexplained footsteps echo through the halls, and objects inexplicably move from their usual places. A sense of dread settles over James as he struggles to rationalize the increasingly bizarre events. As the hours pass, James's nerves fray, and he finds himself on edge, constantly scanning the dimly lit rooms for any sign of the unknown presence that seems to lurk just beyond his sight. Despite his attempts to find a logical explanation, the feeling of being watched becomes undeniable, and James's fear mounts with each passing moment. With each eerie occurrence, James's grip on reality begins to slip, and he realizes that he may be facing something far more sinister than a mere trick of the mind. And as the night wears on, James finds himself in a desperate battle for survival against a malevolent force that threatens to consume him whole. In the stillness of the night, a sense of unease settles over the quiet suburban neighborhood. Within the confines of this seemingly ordinary house, James, a young man, finds himself plunged into a nightmare of unimaginable proportions. But James's rationalizations are shattered by the sound of footsteps echoing through the empty halls, a harbinger of the terror that awaits him. With each passing moment, the sense of dread intensifies, as James realizes that he is not alone in the house. Determined to uncover the truth, James ventures into the darkness, his heart pounding with fear. But just as James thinks he's about to uncover the source of the whispers, a sudden gust of wind extinguishes the candles, plunging him into total darkness. What horrors lie hidden in the shadows? Will James ever escape the nightmare that has consumed him? Only time will tell in this twisted tale of terror and suspense. As the darkness envelops James, his heart races with a primal fear, his senses heightened to the slightest sound or movement. In the pitch blackness, he struggles to find his bearings, his hands trembling as he reaches out into the void. But there's no escape from the suffocating darkness, no respite from the whispers that seem to emanate from the very walls themselves. And as James stands paralyzed with fear, he realizes that he may be facing an evil far more sinister than anything he could have ever imagined. But as James inches closer to the elusive light, he can't shake the feeling that he's being watched, that something malevolent is lurking just beyond his line of sight, waiting to claim him for its own. What horrors await James in the shadows? Will he ever escape the nightmare that has ensnared him? The answers lie shrouded in darkness, waiting to be revealed in the chilling conclusion of this tale of terror and suspense. Before we unveil the chilling resolution of James's harrowing ordeal, let's take a moment to catch our breath. If you're enjoying the spine-tingling journey so far, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future tales of terror and suspense. And if you've been on the edge of your seat throughout this gripping story, be sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement fuels our passion for creating content that keeps you coming back for more. So, grab a snack, settle in, and prepare yourself for the heart-stopping conclusion of James's nightmarish descent into darkness. The suspense is far from over, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. The hush of the night, the suburban neighborhood lay still, illuminated only by the silvery glow of the moon. Within one of the homes, Alex found himself alone, his friend's absence leaving him in an unsettling solitude. The house, with its familiar yet eerie ambiance, seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting for something to stir the stillness. As Alex wandered through the dimly lit rooms, The air felt heavy with a sense of anticipation, each step echoing like a whisper in the silence. Shadows danced along the walls, casting strange shapes that seemed to flicker and fade with each passing moment. Yet, it was not just the oppressive atmosphere that set Alex's nerves on edge. It was the feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes following his every move from the depths of the darkness. With a furrowed brow, Alex continued his exploration of the house, his senses alert for any sign of danger lurking in the shadows. But as he ventured deeper into the labyrinth of rooms, a chill crept down his spine, a premonition of the horrors that awaited him in the heart of the suburban night. And so, with each step he took, Alex plunged further into the depths of the unknown, his fate entwined with the sinister secrets that lay hidden within the walls of his friend's home. As Alex wandered deeper into the murky depths of his friend's home, an unsettling sensation crawled up his spine, as if unseen hands were tracing icy fingers along his skin. Shadows seemed to shift and twist in unnatural ways, defying the laws of physics and reality. With every corner turned, Alex's breath hitched in his throat, his heart pounding like a drum in the silence. Whispers, barely audible at first, echoed through the corridors, their words indecipherable, yet dripping with malice. Suddenly, the air grew thick with an otherworldly chill, and Alex's surroundings warped and contorted before his very eyes. Hallways stretched into infinity, doors appeared and disappeared at will, and time itself seemed to bend and warp in the presence of some unseen force. As fear tightened its grip around his heart, Alex's mind became a battleground between reason and madness. Doubts and paranoia gnawed at his sanity as he struggled to discern what was real and what was merely a figment of his imagination. But in the darkness that surrounded him, Alex sensed something far more sinister at play, a malevolent presence that fed on his fear, twisting his thoughts and emotions until he could no longer trust his own senses. And as he stood on the precipice of oblivion, teetering on the edge of sanity, Alex realized with a sinking feeling of dread that he was not alone in the house, that something ancient and evil lurked within its walls, waiting to claim him for its own. As Alex delved deeper into the murky depths of his friend's home, each step felt heavier, each breath more labored. The atmosphere grew suffocating, pressing down on him like a weight, as if the very air itself conspired to keep him trapped within the house's malevolent embrace. Whispers, barely audible at first, swirled around him, taunting and teasing with their cryptic messages. Shadows danced and flickered, distorting the very fabric of reality, leaving Alex questioning his own sanity. With a sinking heart, Alex realized that he was not just a visitor in this house. He was prey, hunted by forces beyond his comprehension. Panic clawed at the edges of his mind, threatening to consume him whole. But he knew he had to press on, had to uncover the truth before it was too late. And then, just as he thought he couldn't take another step, he stumbled upon it, a room shrouded in darkness, its door standing ominously ajar. With a sense of dread that made his blood run cold, Alex stepped inside, his heart pounding in his chest. And there, in the heart of the darkness, he found it, a presence so vile, so malevolent, that it threatened to consume him whole. With a scream that echoed through the empty halls, Alex realized the true horror of his situation. He was not just a victim of circumstance, but a pawn in a game played by forces beyond his comprehension. And as the darkness closed in around him, swallowing him whole, Alex knew that his fate was sealed, a sacrifice to the darkness that lurked within the heart of his friend's home. As the chilling tales draw to a close, we are left to ponder the sinister mysteries that lurk within the shadows of our own homes. The stories of terror and dread that we have explored together serve as a stark reminder that the line between reality and nightmare is often thin, and that the horrors that haunt our darkest dreams may be closer than we dare to imagine. But amidst the terror and the fear, there is also a glimmer of something else, a fascination perhaps with the unknown, with the unexplained, with the tantalizing thrill of the macabre. For in confronting our deepest fears, we are forced to confront the very essence of our humanity, to stare into the abyss and to discover what lies beyond. So as we bid farewell to these spine-chilling tales, let us remember that the darkness that surrounds us is not to be feared, but to be embraced, to be explored, to be understood, to be conquered. And though the night may be long and the shadows may be deep, we will emerge stronger, braver, and more alive than ever before. Thank you, dear viewers, for joining me on this spine-chilling journey into the realm of horror and suspense. Your support and engagement mean the world to me, and I'm thrilled to have shared these terrifying tales with you. As we bid adieu to the darkness for now, I invite you to stay tuned for future videos where we'll continue to explore similar themes and delve deeper into the mysteries that haunt our imaginations. So, until next time, remember to keep your lights on, your doors locked, and your senses sharp. Stay tuned, stay brave, and may your dreams be free of the horrors we've encountered tonight. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next nightmare. As the darkness fades and the echoes of our tales linger, remember, fear is but a gateway to the unknown, and we've only scratched the surface. If you dare to journey further into the abyss, hit that subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you never miss a spine-tingling story. Don't forget to leave a like if these tales kept you on the edge of your seat, and share this video with your fellow thrill seekers. Together, we'll unravel the mysteries that lie beyond the veil of night. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and may your nightmares be as vivid as your dreams. Haunting Harbor TV, signing off.